Yes, guys, and welcome from me. This is Championship Manager 0102, the 10-10 Blast, the network game with myself and Andrew Vince. We did a stream on this yesterday, and you know what? My season's fallen apart, but we did end the season. We ended the season in the perfect possible way, it's fair to say. We beat Andy, a bit really unjustified, really. Probably a draw would have been a much fairer result. There was 2 red cards for Andy. There was 1 for me. Andy's going to join the game any moment now. Let's make sure that he's on. He's on Hamachi. So yeah, just to recap, that's how yesterday's game or session concluded. But still in a very strong position is Andy. The unbeaten record might be gone, but you know what? I don't think he'll give 2 flying fucks about that. It was a session from hell for us. Now, it's funny, right, because I actually hit a bit of form going into that Liverpool game. We resumed the Champions League second phase, and I was given a tip. I was given a tip following yesterday's stream, and I'm just going to tell you what it was. Is that Jacques, who's been absolutely superb for me, where he's been playing, I'm specifying that specifically, where he's been playing, he's been absolutely superb, 29 goals and 7 assists, and he's been playing, as you can see, is to move him up top. And, not going to lie, I'm not actually considering it, but I might consider it for the next league game though. I might consider it for the next league game and not the next Champions League back-to-back games against Bordeaux. So, I just think Constantinu is, you know, it's not like he hasn't performed, is it? But he hasn't really got the goals that I wanted. But, I mean, Raul's got the attributes to play as a number 9. Let's be honest here, you know, but, I don't know, it's a tricky one, isn't it? Because if a player's out of form or just not doing well, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? So we'll just wait for Andy. I think Andy's in the game, so that's great news. Andy's in the game, so we need to focus now on the Champions League. Okaronko and Yakubu are both on international duty. We did we did add Delaney to the Champions League squad, which is fortunate really, because Wes Brown is not part of that squad. Why did we not name Wes Brown? I think we've only recently bought him, haven't we? So that's probably why. So Wes Brown's not part of the squad. But Delaney, of course, covers left back. That's important. We've got Klomp as well. Klomp's just been shit, isn't he? He's been absolutely awful. David Mendes de Silva, we paid a lot of money for him, and he's just not really, he's not made it, has he? He's just not done it. Rio Ferdinand's starting to get a little bit stronger now, getting a little bit better. We've had our problems with, we've had numerous problems with Ferdinand. I mean, there's no secret in that. Let's just making sure all my stream settings are all okay. So bear with me, guys. Yeah, they all look pretty fucking decent to me. They all look pretty decent. Okay, so in terms of our money is still pretty fucking shocking. It has been since the old game, but that's our own fault. You see, another example here. So Hofland is very unhappy with Panjovic. You know, hopes he'll learn from his mistakes. Blah blah fucking blah. You know, and where Panjovic is he wanted still from Blackburn? Well, it was Blackburn before, wasn't it? Monaco, and you know he can go and fuck off. That's the bottom line. Mido 764. You know what? You look at Galletti, you look at Mido. It's a tricky one. It is a tricky one. We've got Harry Kewell waiting to come back into the lineup. Raul, you'd feel should be playing. You know, Raul and you could argue that Raul and Harry Kewell should both be playing, but at what expense? You know, we've got Jacques there. Jacques is a man who's really upset the odds. You know, David Beckham, despite 32, 15 assists. You know, and I feel that maybe he has to stay as is. Hersey's on 18 goals, so you know. I mean, Hersey and Jacques, they don't have the sort of credentials of what Galletti and Raul have, or Kewell, but they have been performing, and you can't come away from that. You can't come away from that at all. In terms of in goal, now this is important because Costanzo is now reached 7-0, 8 games, and we've won all 8 since he started playing, or in all his games that he's partook in. So I think Costanzo's possibly earned himself a starting berth for what's going to be 2 crucial matches in the Champions League. We're on 3 points in the Champions League. We lost our last game, didn't we, against Lazio, having beaten Hertha Berlin. You'd fancy us to beat Bordeaux, and we need to beat Bordeaux in back-to-back games here. You know, it's an absolute must. We just need to make the decision, really, is the lineup, really. Klomp is going to be on the bench. In fact, no, Mendes. Mendes on the bench, along with Galletti, because we've got extra subs, of course, for the Champions League. Liverpool, meanwhile, take on AC Milan. They've lost the game, of course. They lost the opening game away to Valencia. They won the return game convincingly against Celtic. But, you know, it's early doors. Now, cast your mind back to last season. We scraped out of the Champions League second phase before going on to win the Champions League itself. We had to win at Porto, you may recall, and we did. We had to win. A draw wasn't enough, and, you know, we literally scraped out. So we shall see. We'll see how that flares up. I'm still undecided on who's going to play. Constantinou possibly should lead the front line. Jacques, what do we think? I mean, I could take Constantinou out, put Jacques up top, play Raul, play Kewell, you know. And I'm actually, you know, in thinking about that, that's not actually a bad shout. But Maido's left-footed. Do you know what? Raul is left only. So if we just do that, you know, that's an option we could do. That is the option we can do. Constantinou will be on the bench. Harry Kewell, he's not really, I mean, he's only had 10 starts. 10 starts, 7 more as a sub, and he's got 5 involvements. The bottom line, that's just not good enough. But if he's getting games, he could maybe get more of a ratio. But you know what? I don't know. You look at his last few seasons. What do we think? I am considering leaving the arrows off on all the players. I think we've got forward runs on, haven't we? On all our players, bar the back 3, Hofland, Ferdinand, Vogel. Let's have a look. He's leading Milan 1-0. Mark Kerr has got the goal on 18 minutes. Valencia 0, Celtic 0. I think more importantly, he just needs to beat AC Milan. You'd be fancying Valencia to beat Celtic. Now, of course, these are back-to-back games. So, they've equalised. And as I've said that, Valencia take a 2-0 lead over Celtic. Iluano with the equaliser. Jermaine Defoe, I'm going to keep an eye on him. You never know, he's had a good season, hasn't he? It's Liverpool 1, Milan 1. So yeah, the idea of Jacques up top was Gary Johnson's idea. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Gary. I'm actually going to go with it. Forget the league game. Let's go for it for this Champions League game. Something else that I was prompted with yesterday is where are we going next on phase 2 of the 10-10? A few people have asked that, and well, to be honest, me and Andy haven't discussed it as to where we're going to go. We're open to suggestions. Obviously, everyone's going to have a difference of opinion where we should go, or more importantly, what teams we should be in that league. Now, of course, we started at Liverpool as in England as Liverpool Leeds, which probably were the next best thing to Man U Arsenal. So that's what we want in the next place. You know, wow, Prutton the 90th minute for Liverpool. Big result as Valencia hammer Celtic. But I think he'd have preferred Celtic to have snatched something from that game because, well, it's a heads-up games, isn't it? That count when it's when you're level on points with one other team. What was that? I forgot. Oh, Carlos Jacques, of course. Okay, Vogel. No, we're denying anything like that. Okay, so Bordeaux the opponents. And we are as is. Here we go then. Leeds United against Bordeaux. Jacques up top, leads the front line. Let's see. It was so Gary said, he goes, you should play it. I mean, very sarcastic cunt is our Gary. Thank me later. 30 goals a season. Let me remind you, he's already on 29 goals for the season already, which is why I'm a little bit reluctant of moving him out of where he's been playing so well. But there is obviously that possibility that he might exceed expectations and go on better where I've got him. It's Leeds 1, Bordeaux 0, the half-time score. David Beckham on 24 minutes. Another goal involvement for Beckham. That is goal number 7 for the season. 15 assists, as I said. It's not been a great first 60 minutes in terms of... Well, we need to be 2 up. That's the bottom line. We need to be 2 up. Looks like we're going to make a change now then. Raul can come off. And I'm going to bring on Harry Kewell. We'll leave Jacques at top. 86%. Harry Kewell was sitting on a 6 as well. Not fucking good enough. You know, that's the bottom line here. Let's keep the momentum going. 14-3 in our favour. We're taking control with goals. With shots at goal. We scraped the win, and you know it's fair to say we've really scraped that. Hofland was piss poor. Raul was piss poor. Hertha 0, Lazio 3. So what that does now then is when we play Bordeaux in the next game, we just need to win and just put out, you know, and I do stress if, Lazio can double up with another victory over Hertha Berlin, it can put us in a really strong position. Who knows? Who knows what it will do for us? Liverpool are Middlesbrough then for the FA Cup. Let me remind you, we got eliminated in this against Bolton to our absolute disgust. Little reminder there for when we lost to Bolton in the FA Cup. Andy, of course, is going for a 5th successive FA Cup triumph. And, of course, he's going for a 7th successive final. So, the very best of luck to Andy. Meanwhile, then, I'm going to take Raul off then. That weren't good enough. And Samba can start. Kewell can start. Maybe even Galletti. Do you know what, actually? I'm going to play Galletti because Galletti's right-footed. Mido's left-footed. So, Mido, what did he get me? He got me a 7, which wasn't the greatest, was it? Hofland, you know what, right, these 6s are just not fucking good enough. They really are not good enough. Delaney, I mean, Zori, yeah, we can't really put Delaney in. He's not a centre-half. I don't want to play him at centre-half because I don't believe he'll excel there. Okay, so we'll leave Hofland in. Hersey can play in the middle along with Beckham. Mido and Galletti behind Jacques up top. We'll see. Meanwhile, let's go to the FA Cup. It's Middlesbrough 0, Liverpool 0 in the FA Cup 5th round. Higginbottom off, injured for the home side. As I say, Liverpool, or Andy shall say, as Liverpool is gunning for everything, domestically and European. But the FA Cup, they trail 1-0 to Lee Hendry's goal. Lee Hendry's normally a good performer. Well, you can see the first few seasons he's very good at Grimsby. Wow. Well, it's 62 on the clock, it would appear then. 62 on the clock. Middlesbrough 1, Liverpool 0. Arsenal are on their way to the quarters. Man United 0-0 at Southampton. Interesting. Bolton can fuck themselves. I hope they lose. We don't know how long's gone until we can see a goal or some sort of activity. So 62 looks like the... Chamakan, you prick. 62 looks like the latest. Well. You know, we said before, haven't we? We don't like... Well, you have to save and reload when you have another session, but Andy's very apprehensive about reloads. And I get it. You know, we've spoken about this before. The reloads can be so dodgy. You know, they're proper fucking dodgy. Ian Hart seems to have had a great run for Arsenal since we sold him. We bought... Oh, Michael Owen makes it 1-1. We bought Ashley Cole when Arsenal had a manager who were playing 3 at the back. And then they sacked him and then brought Ian Hart. So it was really a bit of a merry-go-round. Gerrard injured on for 85 minutes. Are we destined for a last-minute winner? Or are we going to a replay at Anfield? A replay at Anfield, you'd certainly be fancying. Well, that tells me something might have happened. Oh, is it? No, it weren't. I thought maybe something might have happened. It's all over at, is it Ayresome Park or the Riverside? The Riverside. Ayresome Park is where they used to play. I couldn't remember. Nevertheless, so 1-1. Disgusting. But, you know, it'll do the replay. Yeah, Skyfalls. You ring a bell. The live chat, it's not really... The live chat is quite... is fairly quiet. There's selected people who, if they can get on when I do a stream, great, because they're really sort of, you know... They banter it in. And if they're not available, they're not available. You know, it's always difficult to get a suitable time for everybody. You know, somebody might say, "Oh, when you're doing a stream," and if I can't do a stream when someone's around, you know, it, it is what it is. But you ring a bell, Skyfall_channels. Where do I know your name from? Oh, that's gonna fucking bug me now. That is gonna bug me. Anyway, Bordeaux against Leeds United, then the Champions League. I suppose not being in the FA Cup actually benefited us in respect of being able to have a full lineup. So Raul's not playing. We've benched Raul. Now Jacques got me an 8 in the previous game. I need him to get me at least an 8 or a goal. That's a condition here. An 8 or a goal. Oh, come on, for fuck's sake! Edgar fucking Davids! Man, fucking frustrates the shit out of me. Ah, disallowed. You may not believe what I said. I was in jail because I complained about... Right, okay. No, I don't believe that, to be honest. No, I think you're talking shit, you know. We haven't got a right back, have we? So I'm going to put Damien Delaney a little bit out of position. So Jacques got a disallowed goal there. Fuck's sake. Oh, come on, for fuck's sake! Unbelievable! Unfucking believable! It's Bordeaux 1, Leeds 0. We've had a red card, an injury. We need it. We cannot afford a defeat here. There's no fucking way. But let's be honest, we don't deserve to be fucking level. Let's be honest. This is what usually happens in Indonesia. I don't know what you're referring to. What are you talking about? And I'm sceptical about you, Skyfall channels. If you're not just here to publicise something, I'm not sure you're here for the right reasons. Unless it's for reasons to try and suit yourself. So I'm waiting for you to try and publicise something. As soon as you do something that I know is a trigger point, then you're gone, basically. You know. Okay, it's all over. We've been beaten at Bordeaux. What was the red card for? Absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? Lazio beating Hertha. Well, that's some consolation that Lazio beat Hertha Berlin. Well, we're going to Hertha Berlin now, and man, do you know what? I'm not convinced. I'm really not convinced. Jacques is coming out. Sorry, Gary. I gave him 2 games. A disallowed goal is not good enough. An 8 and a 7 is not good enough. Best of luck, Andy. Big game for Andy because he knows he's in a similar sort of boat here. If he loses in Milan, I think if he draws, he'll fancy it to go to Celtic. So yeah, Skyfall, I don't know what you're referring to. I'm just going to reread that now. You may not believe what I said. I was in jail because I complained about Google Translate. Yeah, to put this blunt, I think you're talking out you fucking arse, to be honest with you. And this is what triggers me, gives me a trigger point that I'm waiting for you to say something. So I'm just waiting for one more, really, and then you can go. It's as simple as that. Okay, so yeah, wasn't happy with that at all. With that last game, Costanzo. He's had 10 games, and that's his first game that he's lost, or essentially where we've not won. Delaney got a 7. You know, he was out of position. Didn't really like the idea of that, but what can we do? Wes Brown will come in. Okay, nothing more. Oh man. Okay, so Mendes can come in for this. Vogel's going to be serving a 2-game ban. You know what? There's something about Mido I'm just not 100% sure. I'm really not sure about something with Mido. I'm going to give it to Raul this time. Galletti, how long are you out for? He's out for 2 weeks. Of course he is. So Harry Kewell and Mido. There we go. There's our... This is... Right, okay. It's 0-0. Celtic 4, Valencia 1. Well, that's a fucking interesting scoreline, isn't it? Now, let me remind you that Andy beat Celtic convincingly. That is absolutely bizarre. 5-1, Celtic lead, and that changes things. It's going to give them a chance. Well, what can we say? It's all over. 0-0 in Italy. Wow, he's got fucking lucky there. And the situation, they've gone top of the group with that draw, but, well, of course he would have wanted a win. He would have wanted a win, and he'd have been happy to have seen Valencia beat Celtic. So, we now focus on the next league game, which is home to Tottenham. We're reinstating Constantinu back up top. Jacques goes back deeper. Raul returns. And we've got Mendes de Silva, who's going to come in. Maybe even Van der Vaart could play in DMC. I don't know. I mean, maybe even Aymar could start. Aymar could maybe start. Maybe we'll put Aymar on the bench. They've just not done it for me this season, have they? They really haven't. I'm not sure about Raul, because he's, 14 involvements. I don't know. We'll see. Let's just see what that message is. Make sure it's nothing urgent. Okay, Andy, I've got until 12:30, so we've got an hour. We've still got another hour yet, Andy. So, but I knew I had a little bit of a window, and I just wondered if you were about, Andy. So it's all good that you was. Okay. So Yakubu could play in DMC, but he's out. Well, he's on international duty. You know what, right? I think when it gets to a stage where I'm definitely out of the league race, I'll look to maybe try and give some game time to the likes of Rousseff, because I'd like to give Rousseff some game time. I mean, I want to give game time to everybody, of course I do. That phone just went right after I'd finished. Hang on. Alright, we need to write that. Do you know who's not been around on a lot of my streams? Was that Coy's guy. Well, I miss him, schooling him on how to play CM. Okay, so we're at the league game, big game for Liverpool, difficult looking trip to Arsenal, but he'll fancy himself. Man United have a difficult looking tie at home to Ipswich, who of course are 4th place, but more important, Jean, for fuck's sake, of course he had a suspension coming, so Jacques ain't available, so, okay, I'm gonna give a game to Aymar. I think I'm gonna let Aymar start the game. Yeah, okay. So Aymar gets a game, bit of game time for him and Raul. This is big games for those guys. Raul will take the armband. I'm not sure he deserves the armband. We take on Tottenham. I need to see Constantinu justify his starting berth, not just with an 8, but with a goal. They all need to. Raul, Aymar, Constantinu, they all need to really prove me right for picking them. Raul scores after 10 minutes. Leeds 1, Tottenham 0. Red card for Dobson. 2-0 Hersey from the penalty spot. Okay, we've got that cushion going into the second half. You know what, red cards, we all have our fair share, don't we? There's no doubt about it. We all have our fair share of red cards. Would like to just get that third goal and essentially put the game beyond reach, because if Spurs score now, then I'm on tender hooks for the last 20 minutes or so. 13 minutes to go. Do we need to make any changes? We possibly don't. It is Leeds 2, Tottenham 0. They've not had a shot at goal, let alone it being on target. So defensively, cannot grumble, and it's all over. Hoffland superb, Raul superb, Constantinu not good enough, Aymar not good enough. That's the bottom line here. Let's go and check now. It's Arsenal 0, Liverpool 0, Man United 2, Ipswich 0's the result. Is that Callum? It is. Well, what can we say? That Vaughan, who's that Vaughan? Is that the Everton? No, maybe wrong. Don't know, he's pretty decent, isn't he? He's consistent. I'm not sure how long's left in that game because obviously I've played a game, so all the other games are at full time, bar Arsenal, Liverpool. It's Arsenal 0, Liverpool 0, the latest score. Is that Robbie? Nah, it can't be. Nah, it couldn't have been, could it? It couldn't have been Robbie. Is that Jason? Jason Roberts? Yeah, I love doing things like this. Tonton's still going strong. Fuck me. I am keeping the track on him. I'm keeping the track. Oh, he's actually unhappy. Lakis is injured on the 90th minute for Arsenal. It's all over at Highbury. Arsenal 0, Liverpool 0. Oh wow, that's horrible. Absolutely horrible for Andy. The gap closes to 8 points, but do you know what? Nothing. No, I'll take nothing for granted here. We now need to focus on the League Cup semi-final. Now this is interesting because now, oh that's good because now what did Mendes get me? He got me an 8. He'll stay in the lineup. I didn't pay attention, so I'm actually going to give. Jacques can return for this game alongside Raul. Aymar's going to have to make do with being a bench boy. Simple as that. In defence, what we got? So Wes Brown's cup tied. Okay, that's fair enough. Yakubu and Okoronkwo. Now I'm not sure how long. There's a bid for Zori. Yeah, good one. I'm not sure when they're back from internationals. I mean, we all know, we all hate the African nations when we lose our players, but let's be honest, we know that's going to happen. It's likely to happen. You almost hope that they get injured for a week or 2 weeks before they get named. You know, and I'm not the only one that thinks that. And we just pray to God that they don't. Pray to fuckery that they don't get injured on international duty, because that really fucking bugs me. Like in a match. But we go to Charlton then for the League Cup semi-final, second leg. Yakubu's been banned. That's good news. We like that. We all love that, don't we? We all love that on the subject of what I was just talking about. And that's an interesting one. Nesta has left Man United. Well, we said they've got Nesta and Cannavaro and they've got a very good team, but that's good news. That's great news. We don't want Man United to stay strong. Aha! Aha! 5 million, off you trot, off you fucking pop, you little bastard. We need the money anyway. Man United ranking is the same as the original. How do you mean? How do you mean? You got to remember, this is the ODB. So Man United are essentially the number 1 seeds in the game, along with Roma. But we are 7 seasons into the game. So I'm not really sure what you mean by that, Skyfall, unless that's just a cue for you to talk about Man United and then talk about something completely fucking random. Oh, Yakubu's back now. Yakubu is back. He got a 5, it looks like, for Ghana. Decision time, really. Okoronkwo's back as well, so we're actually going to... yeah, I'm going to bring Okoronkwo back. We are going to make a few changes here. Yeah, a few changes. I think with it being a free one, I didn't say anything like that. No, right, listen. What I'm saying is, right, I said your name rung a bell. You said something a little bit bizarre about being in jail. Translate wrong. Right, okay. Okay, translate's wrong. Okay, I feel that's what we're going to do here. I'm going to leave Beckham and Raul playing. Hersey, do you know what? I'm going to take Hersey out and give that one more game to Aymar. Aymar or Rousseff. What do we do? Aymar or Rousseff? Rousseff gets a game. Fuck it. Come on, Rousseff. We're 3-1 from the first leg. Got to be confident here. Got to be confident. But do you know what? I was about to say that I remember them scoring, which gave them an away goal, of course, which, you know, can prove massive. But we've just cancelled that out now with Raul's goal on 10 minutes. Charlton 0, Leeds United 1. I'd like to see Jacques get a performance in. Fuck off! Perez makes it 1-1. Fucking bastard features. Oh, come on! Okay, so Jacques can go back up top then for the remainder of this game. Constantinu's off injured. I thought I put Rousseff in. Did I forget to put Rousseff in? I must have, but either way, he can come on now anyway. He can come on. Fuck's sake, that's... Oh man, I don't look like it worked. I think I must have tried to do it too fast. They've had a man sent off, Perez, so good fucking job. It's half time, it's 1-1. Mate, I don't even know what that means. Skyfall. Unless you're just taking the piss out, I'm getting angry because I can't. Jacques has scored! Wow! Jacques has scored! Raul makes it 3! You see, it's interesting, isn't it? Playing a forward behind another forward, no striker. Raul's starting to look a bit stronger now. We're 3-1 up then at the Valley. We're going through to the League Cup final. And of course, it was Man United against... Who was it they had? I forget who they had in the semi-final. But they drew the first leg 1-1, didn't they? And a fabulous performance. Klopp was piss poor. You know, the back line, Delaney, you know, it wasn't the greatest performance. Liverpool win the replay in the FA Cup. Well done, Andy. Wow, Andy, you fucking dodged the bullet there. Man United 2, Sheffield Wednesday 0. They go through. Okay, so we're going to play Man United in the League Cup final. Could have done without that, but it is what it is. 2 weeks for Constantinu. Van der Vaart's injured as well for a week. You're not having Rio Ferdinand. You can have Les Ferdinand. Panjovic has agreed. Oh, man! Oh, well, do you know what? Fuck it. I didn't realise that deal was not going to go through till June the 1st. I should have. But, you know what? It is what it is, isn't it? Okay, so, I feel maybe, yeah, I think you know what I'm going to do. We're going to have to give the benefit of the doubt. Jacques will return. I feel maybe Harry Kewell could get the nod. Harry Kewell could get the nod. Maybe. I don't know what you're saying 2-0 Hara, if I'm really honest. Vogel returns. Mendes de Silva wasn't too bad. Zori. So let's go to the back line now then. So I feel maybe that Ashley Cole. Right, so you're clearly a Man United fan, Skyfall. You're clearly a Man United fan, which is fine, right? I'm guessing you are, which is fine, because if we talk about Manchester clubs, right, I don't mind Man United. I've not got anything against Man United, and I'm a big, not big fan, I'm a big admirer of Alex Ferguson. You're a Blue fan. Right, so I'm a little bit confused by that. I'm a little bit confused, because you wrote Manchester is red, there is no blue. I'm assuming you mean you're a Man United fan. So are you Man United or Man City? And then I'll give you my honest views. I'll give you my honest views. I will not hold no punches, right? I'll be really honest about both of them. I'll be honest about both of them. You know, you know, I'm going to speak my mind. Okay, Southampton against Leeds United. We need to... So Okaronko did really well. Klomp didn't. So I think maybe Hoffman returns. Ashley Cole will be on... No, I'm going to actually put Rio Ferdinand as a bench. No. Mendes de Silva. The blue... Right, so you're a Man United. Why are you put... I don't understand the numbers. I'm not getting the numbers. 3 Man United. I don't understand what that means. I don't know whether I'm just being fucked up or if it's your Google Translate or if it actually means something. So let's just make sure we've got everything else sorted. Okay, I think we're all good with all that. We're all good. Raul, Kewell, Jacques leads the front line up top. Every game is a World Cup final. Southampton against Leeds United. I need to see Jacques score. I need him to score! 1-0 Jacques, 3 minutes into the game. Is it Carlos Jacques? It is Carlos Jacques, scores number 31 for the season. His second goal since going up top. Again, you've wrote in foreign there, Skyfall, so I don't know what you've said. So I'm just going to ignore it. You're having fun. you doing, Rice? You alright? Mate, fun. I wouldn't call it fun. It gets a bit frustrating. We've had 2 fucking penalty appeals turned down. The first one, I think it's a penalty appeal. Then it went to the linesman. We won up, deservedly so, but we need that second goal. We need that second goal. I was going to have a conversation about Manchester, but I give up because I don't know where I'm starting. It's Southampton 0, Leeds United 1. We need that second goal. We need that second goal, Zori! 52 minutes on the clock. Southampton 0, Leeds United 2. For God's sake, why translate? Right, okay, I think with that in mind now, let me just put you on a timeout now. I'm going to put you on a timeout because you're not making any fucking sense. There you go. So you're on timeout. All your messages have been deleted because I don't understand what the fuck you're saying. And it isn't because you're swearing. I encourage swearing. You know me, I encourage swearing, but I don't encourage stupidity. And that, unfortunately, that's what it's coming across as. You know, and I mean that genuinely. I think, right, either it's one of 2 things. Jacques, I think it's one of A, you're a dickhead, right? Or 2, your translate program is going fucked up and it's not doing it correctly. Okay, I think it's one or the other, to be honest. Okay, very, very happy with that conclusion. Carlos Jacques with a hat-trick. Liverpool 4-0 win. Man United 4-0 win. Wow, we all came good there. Now, Champions League at Hertha Berlin. And interestingly, that Zori's suspended, so Ashley Cole is the obvious man that's going to start. And I genuinely don't feel that we can make any changes. Although Van der Vaart, it looks like he's carrying a knock. I think he probably was already, weren't he? Okay, so we're gonna test you in a minute, Skyfall, because I know you can still hear this because you're on a 1-minute timeout. This is ODB Rice, but obviously we're into season 7 from the ODB, so a lot's happened. You know, season 7 of the ODB, you start to see players, and obviously we've got our own rules and regs in this game for me and Andy. The gap remains at 8 points at the top of the Premiership. Can the title return back to Anfield after 2 years away? It's been quite an epic 6 seasons, it's fair to say. The FA Cup, I'm keeping a close eye on that because, just a reminder for anyone that don't know, seasons 1 to 6, Andy's made the FA Cup final every season, and for the last 4 seasons, he's won it. So, and I think, you know, you can't steer away from that. The League Cup, so he's leading me 4-1 on FA Cup victories. He's leading me 2-1 on League Cup victories. I've got a chance to equalise that though, because I'm in the League Cup final against Manchester United. The Leagues is 4-2 to me, and the Champions Leagues is 3-0 to me. So it's really interesting how so far the 6-7 seasons have gone. It's actually really bizarre. So it's very entertaining. I was going to ask actually, in my game it seems that youth players don't get regenerated enough for the club I'm playing as. Any idea? Now when you say youth players, are you referring to regens, like a regen of a player, or are you talking youth players as in that when you assign youth players? Because this thing here, right, for me personally, that is really only handy if you're starting as a fucking proper low league team and you can't get no players and you've got to rely on that. No, not regions. Yeah, right, so you mean academy. Okay, so you mean academy players. Now the academy players, right, okay, I find the academy is just fucking random. I really do. And I'll tell you why, right? With this ODB, who is it now? There's a team in the non-league. They tend to get good regens. They tend to get the Southall and the Mark Hughes regen. You know, and I find that it's more random than anything else. You get the odd one filter through here and there, but remember also, I think, don't quote me on this, there's a thing on Nick's Patcher, I don't know if disconnected. I don't think it is, but it might be pre-gens. So it could be pre-gens as well. But I tend to find the academy is just fucking random sometimes. I really do. The way I read it, right, a regen, because a regen will appear anywhere, and a regen don't necessarily appear as an under 20, because I've seen a Zlatan regen appear in my other game as a 24-year-old, 25-year-old, and of course as an academy you can't get that. I will sue that. Right, what are you waffling on about? How do you translate it? What are you trying to say? By God, I actually think you're just an idiot, to be honest with you. The translation is very bad. Well, it's not really. What translation is very bad? Are you saying you don't understand me? Or your translation program is not working? Do I need to speak like a fucking dummy? You know, I mean, come on. Yeah, you're a strange cat. What's wrong with this again? What's wrong? I don't know. It depends what country you're from. If you're using a VPN. Sorry, Andy, were you waiting for me? I don't know. Anyway, massive Champions League game. Well, for both of us. Andy then is at home to Valencia. You'd fancy him to win this, and you'd probably fancy Milan to beat Celtic. Now, if he struggles, I mean, he'll probably take a draw, to be honest with you, but I fancy him to win this, and a victory here will almost certainly virtually put him into the to the quarterfinals. I hope I'm still alive. Okay. So with that in mind, I'm going to give you another 1 minute time out, because I encourage banter, but I said from the very start with you, Skyfall, your name rung a bell, and I was a bit sceptical that you were one of these fucking bot things that come in. I had it with somebody trying to promote their fucking modification Brazilian league. It wasn't in. You can normally tell by the dialogue that's being sent, and your dialogue doesn't read right. So I will give you 1 more minute. After that, I'll just fuck you off, to be honest with you. Let's go back to the latest. 2-0, looking good. Milan are leading, Celtic 3-0. And this will confirm his qualification. Going into the Celtic clash. Meanwhile, we are going to go at full strength for the trip to Hertha Berlin in what is an absolute must game. If we win at Hertha Berlin, we'd half expect Lazio to beat Bordeaux, and we will confirm our qualification with a game to spare. But if we lose to Hertha Berlin, well, I mean, I'm just, go back to last season. Last season we scraped through. We literally scraped through. It looks like he's gone full strength for this, and I think he's done the right thing. He had to. Lazio, mate, we've had one game. We had one, when I played them, they beat me in the second Champions League game of the phase, and I was angry. I was an angry bird. They're almost like a fucking bogey team. Congratulations, Andy. You are through to the quarterfinals with a game to spare. But of course, it can make all the difference whether you win the group or finish runners-up. It can make all the difference as to who you land in the quarterfinals. They're fuckers. They are absolute fuckers. Okay, Jacques is praised. I feel that we're going to go with what Gary Johnson said. Gary, I will hold my hand up if I win the title. I'll tell you what, Gary, if I win the Champions League or the title with Jacques up top, I will fucking bow to you. There you go. Jacques will lead the front line yet again for me. Raul and Q will play behind, with Hersey and Beckham deeper, Vogel in the holding role, Hoffland and Okoronko at the heart of defence, Yakubu and Ashley Cole at fullbacks, Costanzo in goal, in what is an absolute must-win for the reigning European champions. And I can't watch it. I cannot watch it. I'm going to have to. Look at that, I just straight away, the first 5 minutes, all that white text of Hertha Berlin. I'm really, I've got to be confident to beat Lazio, I suppose, because I'm at home, so I've got to be confident. Otherwise, I go in defeat with a defeatist attitude. Jacques has scored after 18 minutes. Hertha Berlin 0, Leeds United 1. I'd like to see Raul get a goal again, because it just feels that maybe since Jacques has gone there, Raul started to come in. You know, because obviously I had to take into account if I was going to move Jacques, someone else had to move into Jacques' place. Not the most convincing first half performance in terms of shots at goal. 50% on target. Fortunately, theirs have been 0% on target. But this is far from over. It's Hertha Berlin 0, Leeds United 1. We're desperate for that second goal. Another appeal for a penalty. That's 2 appeals turned down. We come to the hour mark. I think it's time to make a change now. Harry Kewell's been awful. A 6 is just not good enough. When Hersey as well. Okay, so Kewell's off. Mido is on. These 6s are not fucking good enough. Amar can come on. Let's get some 8s from the substitutes. Oh, we're not liking this. Come on, let's just get a counter-attack goal. There's too much white text, for fuck's sake. Steer away from the white text. Hertha Berlin 0, Leeds United 1. Jacques' goal after 18 minutes separates the sides. In Germany, it's all over. Massive result, and we got very, very lucky there. I think we got lucky that they had awful strikers on their day. Elsewhere, Lazio 3, Bordeaux 1, which has qualified us, and we are definitely finishing runners-up in the group. Now, this, of course, is massive that we are going to be finishing runners-up, because Andy, if he wins his group, I mean, there you see, we could well meet Man United, Liverpool, or Rennes. Now, we would love to meet Rennes, but we are going to be finishing runners-up in the group. There is no doubt about that. We're playing Lazio in the next game, and there is absolutely no doubt, right, we are going to play a complete second string. There's no, you know, naturally, our second string should also still be worthy of winning. There's absolutely no doubt about that. We've got to keep an eye on money. We're still at the 10 million mark. I am going to give a game to Cherno Samba. Samba can have a game. Galletti, are you going to be fit? You should be. So Galletti can start. Mido can start. Harry Kewell, you let yourself down just then. I'm going to give a game to Rafa van der Vaart. Van der Vaart will start with Amar. Mendes can play. Okay, very happy with that. We're going to give a game to Vulgaris. Vulgaris will start again. Oh, Guys is not fit. We're going to Delaney can come in at left back. Who's going to go right back? Yakubu can come at right back. Klopp and Ferdinand at the back. Okoronkwo on the bench. I've always pronounced him Mido. Always. Is it Mido? I've always called it Mido. And I'm not fucking changing now. Fuck you, Rice. Right, where's my Skyfall's gone? His minute's up now. I expected some fucking random chat about suing somebody or blah blah blah. Okay, the very best of luck, Andy. You got lucky there to avoid Man U and Arsenal and to see them land each other. You know, he's gonna do it, and you know, that is Andy in the FA Cup since season 1. How fucking great is he? How great is he looking? So Okoronkwo on the bench. We'll have Bex, Hersey, Raul, and Vogel. I think that's Galletti still needs to be fit in time. He should be fit. Few days. He fucking better be fit. He better be fit. He's going to bollocks up my whole plan if that don't happen. So, you know, this is really an audition for these guys. Samba. You know, Samba's got a chance. Mido and Galletti. Van der Vaart, Amar. I mean, Van der Vaart, let me show you, Van der Vaart got me a 10 at left back. You know what, I don't want to take that risk. I cannot take that risk. How can I take that risk? Tell you what we're going to do. Nah, fuck this. Let me just click on a minute. Nah. So Beckham, he's leading Sheffield United 1-0. Well, what they do, Bristol City and Gillingham. Gillingham are winning at Man City. Fuck me. it's interesting, really. You mean if I... Sorry. You mean if I... if I had him... If I was playing that position there. And it's funny, right? Because obviously it doesn't suit my formation, what you said there. But I played him at left back. I had no choice to. I had injuries at both my fullbacks. I had to play Zori at right back. And I was going to play a defender. But I played Van der Vaart and he got me a 10. Because I figured he had some attributes that were worthy of starting it. Oh, further up. So you would have him... so you'd have him what? There? You'd have him probably there. So you mean like that, yeah? It's interesting. It's interesting, particularly if I was to do something like that. If I was to do something like that, mind you, what's that other formation I've got? What's that? Let me just see what that blocks that the extra defenders. Yeah, fuck all that shit. Okay, let's see the results here. Liverpool are through to the semi-final. Man United win at Arsenal 2-0. Gillingham are there. How badly does Andy want Gillingham in the League Cup, in the FA Cup semi-final? That would be fucking great. Well, we'll see we'll go through the draw in a moment. He clearly doesn't want Man United. So Man United are in the Champions League, the FA Cup, the League Cup, the League. They're not out of the league yet. Here we go then. So our team's all lined up. We are streaming till 12:30, guys, just so you know. 12:30 is the deadline. We need to get to the FA Cup now, don't we? The draw will be made. It will have already been made, but because we're not in it, we don't see it. Right, okay. Well, I'll give you a new contract as a decent youngster. See if you take it. Yeah, you should. Konstantinou, Chiotis. No, not happening. No, absolutely not happening. Let's go to the FA Cup then. Are you ready? Oh, you bastard! You lucky cunt! Gillingham against Liverpool in the FA Cup semi-final. Whilst Manchester United will take on either Bristol City or Sunderland. Got you. No worries, right? I might be here when you're back, might not. I'm finishing at 12:30, but always good to see you drop in and say hello. Wow. Okay, let's go to the Champions League now then. With our second string, it's a complete second string. Ferdinand takes the armband at Elland Road. It's irrelevant what happens here in terms of the final league placings. We will be finishing runners-up in Group A, and we will be taking on a group winner in the quarter-finals, which is going to be absolutely massive. You know, we obviously would like to get Rennes. There's no doubt about that, you know. We're two up at the break. We've had 2 shots at the break, which is pretty fucking awful. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to do something, right? Based on what Rice has just said, right? I am going to stick Van der Vaart like that, right? Okay. So we've still got the concept, right? We're still within the rules. We've got at least 3 at the back. We've got 2 wide players. So let's see what that does for us, shall we? You never know. Van der Vaart hat-trick in the last 10 minutes, yeah? Would have been nice. There was a rebound there. They tend to go in, the rebounds. That was a rebound for us. We've actually played quite well, in all fairness. I think we've been the better team. 5-3. Not the greatest game of football in the world. It's all over. It finishes 0-0. Van der Vaart was shit. Ferdinand was shit. Yakubu did very well. And more importantly, in Group B, Rennes have won the group. Now we want Rennes. We want Rennes in that quarter-final. You know, let's just hope. It's either going to be Liverpool or Milan that win that group, and it's either going to be Manchester United or Juventus that win that group. Now, are they playing each other? They are. What was the first game that they played? It finished 4-1. So, unless Juventus can win 3-0 here, it looks like Man U. Do you know what? Oh, I don't know who I want. I want Rennes, but after Rennes, who do I want? Andy will probably not want me, to be honest with you, and technically speaking, this might influence his lineup. It'd be very interesting to see what sort of lineup Andy plays. Logically, But the problem is, if he finishes runners-up, he could land Man United. So, you know, it's an interesting one. He leads 1-0 through Michael Owen. Meanwhile, Juventus 0, Manchester United 0. And as it stands then, it's in his own hands. If he wins it, he'll win the group. And of course, as soon as we press continue, the draw will be made immediately. So we've got Rennes. We've got Lazio, who have won my group. They will play runners-up. Liverpool 2 up. And of course, the interesting thing here is if Valencia beat AC Milan, which they can do, then they will actually leapfrog them and qualify, which for me and Andy I think will be good news. Milan lead though, nevertheless. Shevchenko, oh, it's an equaliser from Marchena, 1-1. Juventus 3, Manchester United 2. Where did that come from? Well, they're in shit now because they've got to score. They've got to win by 3 goals, haven't they? So even 5-2 wouldn't do it, because I think United would still win it on the heads-up game. So they've got to win 6-2. So in order to win the group, which of course means 4-2, which means of course Liverpool could meet Juventus. If Man U were to finish runners-up, they could meet Liverpool. Wow. Zanetti own goal, it's 4-3. What a game in Italy. Juventus 4, Manchester United 3. Meanwhile, AC Milan still 1-1 in Valencia. Liverpool 2 up in Scotland, and they're on their way to winning Group C. Well, it looks like we've got some news going on. It's 4-3 still, so oh, fucking hell. A red card for Juventus, an injury to Man United, it's 4-4. Woo! Liverpool 3 up, cementing their credentials as the group winners of Group C. What a game in Italy, another red card, oh my word! Juventus 4 up, Manchester United 5. Unbelievable scenes. Liverpool 4 up, Milan though, still living on a knife edge here. If Valencia score, then Valencia will qualify. Oh, Michael Owen's got off injured later on. It's 6-4 to Manchester United. Oh my God. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, it's not been... Oh. Oh! We got Rennes. Liverpool have got Juventus. Lazio Dortmund. Manchester United Milan. Oh my God. It was a 3-1 shot, weren't it? I don't think it's like predetermined, like the winners of Group A will play the runners of Group B. I don't think it's predetermined like that. Who gives a fuck? We've got Rennes, that's all that counts. What goes around, comes around. Okay, so, we've got home clash against Leicester City. Time to now re-look at the team. What did Vulgaris get? He got me an 8 Vulgaris, but you know what? Costanzo has been the better goalkeeper by a country mile. Zori at left back, Yakubu at right back. Ashley Cole's out injured, we know that. We've got Hoffland and Okoronkwo who will lead the back line. Wes Brown will be... No, can't be Wes Brown, I'm sorry. De Silva will make the bench. Vogel. De Silva can cover central defence and defensive midfield, you see. Van der Vaart, that 6 has let himself down. I think Raul's going to return. Hersey, maybe Hersey and Beckham again in the same places. Raul, I've got to make a decision on who's going to lead the front line though. Samba got me an 8, so you never know how important that could be. Who plays? Oh, this is decision time really. As to who's going to get that place alongside Raul. Mido, Amar, Kewell. Kewell didn't really do it for me, did he? It's a tricky one. I'm going to give it to Amar, and I'll explain why. I think last season I played him a little bit there, exactly in that position on the right side. And he didn't do too bad. Now, logically speaking, you'd probably put Hersey there as opposed to Amar because Hersey's a forward. Amar's just an AM. But you know what? Fuck him. Yakubu's not going anywhere, just to make you aware. And with that in mind, right, that's why I say Yakubu's not going anywhere. Come back with £100 million and we'll discuss. Okay, Liverpool, Chelsea, Leeds, Leicester. No game for Manchester United as of yet. Let's keep an eye on our money. We've got to keep an eye on our money, of course. We're down to 9.7 in the bank. Yakubu, there's an offer. I hate the offers being in. Do you know what? Actually, I can check. I can swap that, can't I? What am I talking about? There we go. Now that offer's not in, is it? Okay. Raul will take the armband. Beckham is the big man here. Beckham. He's the corner taker, the free kick taker, and the playmaker. Raul's our captain. There's a lot resting on both of those guys. But first things first, we just need to get our goals. We need to get the goals. We need to be 1 up. I've said this before, by 20 minutes we need to be 1 up and 2 up by half time. We're going against the guidelines here. We lead 1-0. Beckham on 40 minutes. Leeds 1, Leicester City 0. The half-time score, no changes at the break. Don't feel it's necessary at the minute. Aymar's not had a good game, has he? Aymar's going to have himself another few more minutes. Right, Aymar's coming out. And Harry Kewell, no. Robbie Keane. Robbie Keane for his second bit of action. 2-0! Hersey! 2-0! We needed that. Just gives us that little bit of insurance. I was hoping it'd be Robbie Keane. It's all over. And a fine result. Beckham the man of the match. Okoronkwo with the one of the assists. Meanwhile, Liverpool 0, Chelsea 1. Wow. What the fuck's happening there? What the fuck? Jeez, man. Jesus. Just check my phone. Fucking email goes ping. Fucking ping. Non-uniform day on the 30th of April. We'll check that in a minute. Sorry, Andy. I don't, because I stream and shit, I don't look at my phone. I've just seen your message, Andy, from literally 1 hour ago. Is the game up? So apologies on that one, Andy. Okay, let's go back to the latest score. It's still Liverpool 0, Leeds United 1. Now, Luizio, is it Luizio? I did read he'd been praised for like a goal machine. Yeah, he's had a good season, didn't he? He's been pretty fucking prolific. Villa 2-0 win over Newcastle United. Okay. I think we've always got to look at the... we've got to look at the stats because, you know, oh, he's equalised! Robin! 81 on the clock! Well, he's left that late. Now, can he find a winner with 8-9 minutes to go? Liverpool 1, Leeds United 0. I feel like I'm doing some sort of commentary. And when I'm talking, right, I clench my fist up like it's a microphone, like a fucking idiot. You know, I've done it all my life. Believe it or not, I've done it all my life. You know, we've all done it, right? You know, when you're singing, whether you're singing or stuff, you put your fist in front of you like it's a microphone. It finishes Liverpool 1, Chelsea 1. 2 points dropped. Not the greatest game of football in the world, so I think you'll be relieved to have got a point from that. The gap is 6 points. Well, who knows? Manchester United 10 points off the pace of second with a game in hand, which is going to be fast approaching. Next game's up, then the League Cup final. We play Manchester United, and the big question now, of course, is who plays? Who plays? We've got a little bit of a gap, it would appear. You know, I think Aymar has talked himself out of playing. He wasn't good enough. That's the bottom line on that. And I think Galletti is going to be the man. Galletti will lead it. 8 involvements in 19 games total. So Galletti, we paid a lot of money for Galletti. Jacques will lead the front line. Constantinou maybe takes a substitute role ahead of Robbie Keane. Hoffland, you're not going nowhere. Fuck you and your links, is what I say. Right, and a quick reminder, guys, whilst we've got a little bit of a wait now. So, I did a video yesterday on the latest Dugout King. Now, don't get confused here, guys. Dugout King is not King of the Dugout. Dugout King is that CM Duel game, network game. We've got live auctions going on over there. If you haven't already been to that, have a look, play the demo. And I stress play the demo because that will put you in the right frame if you really want to play it. And it is really good. If you're a big fan of CMO 102, you will like it. I'm sure you'll like it. We haven't had much update on the old Freeman game for a while. And I haven't had really any update on the Seven Heaven game with myself and Sean. There was another game I had with Stu and Lee Sharples. That game's pretty much dead in the fucking water. But I have still got the save games. I've got them zipped up, just in case, you never know. Okay, it is difficult to get game time, particularly when it's more than 2 people, which is why, I know I speak for Andy here, which is why myself and Andy were fortunate enough to be part of a 6-man team, which played 5-6 seasons, you know, and to do that with 5-6 people is pretty fucking great. Okay, so, yeah, Konstantinu's back in training. The quarter-final replay then, the winners will meet Manchester United. Be interesting if it's Bristol City. No, it's Sunderland. The FA Cup semi-final is set. Gillingham, wouldn't it be nice to see Gillingham get relegated but reach the final? It would be great. It would be great, super. Okay, so as we prepare for the League Cup final... shit, did I? Yeah, I did put Costanzo. So Costanzo, 15 games, and he's won 14 of them, and I can't grumble with that. I cannot grumble. Meanwhile, the UEFA Cup quarterfinals get concluded. I didn't really ever pay attention to who's in it. Well, Barcelona were in it. They're out now. Inter are there. Bayern Munich are there. Yeah, look at it. Yeah, German dominated. Look at that. The Germans fucking killed it, didn't they? Okay, Milan, no, not happening again. You can get stuffed as well. Milan, you come back with a £60 million bid, and we can talk. I'm absolutely sick to the back teeth of these these bids that keep coming in. Keeping an eye on the old money there. Could do with a cash injection, actually. So yeah, food for thought here is nothing will be confirmed. Is where should me and Andy go next? I mean, it don't really matter which country we go to, as long as it's one of the main 10. A reminder of the main 10, in case you're wondering, it's any one of these that are selected. But more importantly, which 2 teams should we be? So let's say, Scotland, who are we in Scotland? I mean, we can't be Celtic and Rangers. Who are the next best two? I think Aberdeen are in control to be the 3rd best. So maybe, I don't know, Hibs and Hearts, I don't know. That will be a really interesting challenge, Scotland. If you looked at Holland, you're really looking at Ajax and PSV are the top 2. Feyenoord are probably a much stronger 3rd place. So none of those 3. Who are the next 2? This is where we need you guys' interaction or participation as to, people are clued up with that sort of stuff. Greece, I haven't got a fucking clue about Greece, but Greece will be an interesting one. I mean, we probably didn't work this correctly in England because season 1, Andy was in the Champions League and I was in the UEFA Cup. I had a little bit more money, he had a bit more of a rep, and luckily, and I do stress luckily, none of us won any of those competitions because you could argue, right, now let's just pretend that Andy won the Champions League in season 1. You could argue, well, I wasn't in it to win it. But so I think we need to try and get it that we're in the same competition. I think we got very lucky with this. I think there's no doubt about that. I'm probably going to do... Oh, Ferdinand injured for a week. Of course he is. Yeah. Deadline passed. Who gives a flying fuck? Just to remind you on... That's when you know you ain't had any games. You're losing money still. A reminder on our rules. Non-wibwob. At least 3 at the back. No school search. No Sedgeford search. Nothing like that. Now, one thing I have got is the ticket sales should start to come in during next month, I think. So I'm not really too worried about money, if the truth be told. As opposed to July, they come in roughly April, May for next season. That's how I got it set. And normally I wouldn't like that, but I quite like it actually. Okay, so we've not got a game. So Andy's at, we've got the League Cup final we're talking about. Okay, here we go then. Andy then has got a trip to Ipswich. That's not the easiest of games. Ipswich aren't a bad team on this ODB, in all fairness. Just going to try and work out where we're going to save Andy. Needs to be about 12:30. Okay, I think I'm all set. And Man United will be playing, of course, they're playing their usual formation, 4-1-2-1-2. Long ball. Bianchi's still the manager. I'm guessing Bianchi's still the manager. Yeah, of course he is. Okay, here we go. The League Cup final at the Wembley Stadium. Look at that! Look at that! Out the fucking... There wasn't even any text. It just came up, didn't it? Goal for Man United, Van Nistelrooy. The last time we played them in the league, they beat us, but we dominated them on stats. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Look at that, 5-3. Yeah, look at that. So it went from a free kick. Cannavaro taking a free kick. Oh, just whatever. Okay, we're down 1-0 and Raul's got an injury. Okay. I'm going to bring Van der Vaart on. It's a risk. I know it's a risk. We've just got to trust the system, I suppose. 5 shots to 4. We need to find something. Let's slow this down. Rebound. Fuck you. I mean, I can't really... I mean, look, we're starting to really kill them now. Minutes to go at Wembley Stadium. Leeds 0, Man United won the League Cup final. One last throw of the dice for Leeds. Nah, it's all over. Not that I'm a bad loser, but you fucking bastards. Look at that bullshit. And you just know, right, if I was to go to their formation, it wouldn't be the same. I ain't gonna lie, I've actually thought about that. Hoffman was shit. Vogel did well. Alan Shearer in goal. I mean, look, come on. That's been their goalie. Always, Andy, have you looking at this? This guy, Alan Shearer, has been their goalie most of the season. Look how fucking... Fucking absolute. Okay, let's have a look at the latest score in the Premier League. It's Ipswich 0, Liverpool 0 at Portman Road. Well, it's all over at Ipswich. Wow. Oh, wow. Andy, I feel your pain. Andy, I feel your pain. Oh, man. Let's have a look at the Premier League table then. Andy's got one extra game now then. The gap opens to 7 points. Meanwhile, we will focus on the game against Rennes. Look at this. So we've got the live game on. Look at that fucking shit there. We get the live game against Derby on Monday. 2 games later. How fucking unfair is that? It's crazy, isn't it? Absolute crazy. Okay, so I don't think we're going to be making any changes at the back. Hoffland was piss poor. It's very... What's the point? Sometimes just what is the fucking point? Really does just do my head in. Might leave Hoffland out for the next game. If Fernand's fit... Well, it's Champions League, isn't it? Shit. I don't think Fernand's going to be back in time, is he? Amar injured. Of course he is. Nah, he's not made it. Okay, so I'm going to have to give Hoffland the benefit of the doubt here and play him again. Galletti cannot play. Galletti, what did he get me? He got me a 7. I think Galletti, Beckham, Jacques, they're all doubts. Galletti's a definite no-no for this game. Harry Kewell will lead the line behind. No, he won't lead the line we're talking about. Okay, Cole's back. Cole's back, but he won't be playing. Okay. here we go then. The Champions League quarter-finals. We're at home to Rennes. We've got to save our season here. We've got to save our season in the Champions League. You know, we did it last season. Jacques scores 9 minutes into the game. Leeds 1, Rennes 0. 2-0. Raul 2-0. This is what we need. We've got, you know, there's no doubt we got lucky with the draw. And, you know, and I've said this before, what goes around comes around with draws. You know, Andy got Man United in the League Cup early on and was beaten. You know, he's got Gillingham in the FA Cup, so it is what it is, isn't it? It's Leeds 2, Rennes 0. Just need to ensure we don't concede. An injury to Zori. Of course there's an injury to Zori. I didn't put Ashley Cole on the bench, did I? Of course there's an injury to my left back. So Delaney comes on. And there can't really be too many more changes. I didn't think it wouldn't have been too bad. Okoronkwo's been poor. Hersey's been poor. These sixes. 3-0. A second for Jacques. Is it any way back for Constantinou? Leeds 3, Rennes 0. I'm waiting for Gary Johnson to appear and saying, "Oh, you took my advice." I'm waiting for that. Okay, a very, very disciplined performance. Raul and Jacques. Raul, I'm keeping an eye on Raul. Raul's playing so much better with Jacques ahead of him, and I love it. I fucking love it. Okay, so no sixes in the end, and a very, very important victory. Liverpool, what a performance from Liverpool. 3-1 after going 1 down. Lazio 3, Dortmund 1 as a result. And Manchester United 1, AC Milan 1, an away goal for the Italians. Assuming we reach that semi-final, who would I want in the semis? I wouldn't want Liverpool, and I really wouldn't want Lazio, so I'd probably want Milan, ideally, realistically. So, I'm just going to see what games we've got coming up, Andy, and we'll see when we conclude. Right, I'm bursting to go to the toilet. Oh, they scored! Juventus scored again. Well, that changes things, don't it? Because that can make all the difference. Okay, I'm bursting to go to the toilet, guys. So you're just gonna have to fucking wait, aren't you? You're gonna have to wait. Let's just check this next game's home to Derby County. Now, I'm wondering, right, if they'll let me postpone it. I doubt they will. Nah, I didn't think they would. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. In fact, actually, Andy, when's Andy playing? Let me just see if I can hold my piss for a minute. Right. Let's see if Andy's got a game. It could be FA Cup semi-final. No. He might be playing Sunday then. Let's have a look. Yes, he is. Oh, no, he's not playing at all. Oh, alright, okay. Oh, no, he has got the FA Cup. Yeah, he's got the FA Cup. Okay. Well, I'm going to leave it for a minute whilst I just nip and do something and have a piss. Before we go any further, let's just check Gillingham. Gillingham are in the bottom 3 still, and to be honest with you, it's looking bleak. Now, there must be an element, right? Don't lie to me now. There must be an element of people that are thinking it'd be great to see Gillingham knock Andy out, because they'll more than likely meet Man United in the final, who are going to be in the Champions League, which means Gillingham will go into UEFA Cup and they'll be in the second division. Andy won't take it for granted, though. He will not take it for granted. There's no doubt about that. So, I'm just waiting. Right, okay. Good luck, Andy. Be back in a minute, guys.
on your stream because the door shut on me.
That's funny.
Bloody hell. How you got the job?
Oh shit, I've got to message her.
Oh, it's not the good one.
Tell me more in a minute, Mads. Mads, I'm going to be finishing in half an hour. You're still going to hear it yet? Right, I'm back, bitches. Now, I had a rumour. My daughter walks in and says, "What the fuck?" Because the door's shut on her and the mic's sticking out, the camera's there, blah blah blah. Right, United 3, Sunderland 0. They're on their way to the final. Van Nistelrooy's got 2. Tristan's got 1. Van Nistelrooy's still banging them in. Look at that, another fabulous season from Ruud. Gillingham 0, Liverpool 0. Still the latest score. Now we don't know what the minutes are like. We know they're in second half. That's it. That's all we know. Is that full time? Wow! It's extra time. It's Gillingham 0, Liverpool 0. What the fuck? We're into extra time. Gillingham 0, Liverpool 0. Unbelievable. They've taken the holders. Wow. Well, Man United are in the final. Wow. Unbelievable scenes. Second, we're not going to see it live because I'm not watching it. I'm only watching it on Vidi. And in a minute, I'm going to press continue, and we're going to see who won it on penalties. Oh, Rossini! Well, he did it the hard way. It's heartbreak for the First Division side. Gillingham 0, Liverpool 1. Surely he dominated them. Oh my God! Can you imagine had he lost that on penalties? Rossini's 22nd first goal of the season, and they will meet Manchester United in the final. Who's this Adam Hunter? Do you know what? I thought I had him on my shortlist. Adam Hunter. I remember looking at him. Just like to always look at these players of the year and shit. Okay. Oh man, Okoronkó's on. Oh, come on. No, he's not suspended. He's not out. So Okoronkó should be back. But if he's played a game, oh no, he should be fit. Okay, so we got to make a call here with regards. We've got to make a call here with regards who plays for this derby game. We've got a chance here to close the gap to 4 points. I think every game is massive, isn't it? Right. It's a tricky one, isn't it? It's a tricky one. I am going to make a few changes. I'm going to leave Cole in. I'm going to bring Wes Brown in. You know what? I almost feel I've got to take a certain element of risk here. You know, and it is an absolute monster risk. Constantinu will return. I mean, Kewell's just not doing it for me. I'm giving Kewell games. I'm giving, you know, Galletti, Mido and Keane. I don't know, right, yeah. Okay. I'm unsure about the middle two as well. Oh, Mido's not fit. Shit. Well, after all that fucking answers that one. So, do you know what? Harry Kewell can go on the left. I'm going to give Harry Kewell another game. Everyone else can stay as is and just hope, really. You know what? You could say I don't have to make changes. I do, because I've got another game in 2 days' time. So, the changes I'm making, I'm sort of like doing them now for the home game and have maybe what would appear to be my more on-form lineup in the away game. But first things first, we just need to win. We need to win, and it's almost getting to a stage now where I just can't bear to fucking look. I can't bear to look. I mean, bringing Wes Brown in is a bit of a risk, but I've brought him in at right back, Wes Brown, because I feel he plays better at right back, as does Yakubu. Penalty, 2-0. Jeez, that got waved away at first, didn't it? Okay, Vogel's on 82%. That's fine because we've got David Mendes de Silva, and of course Vogel coming off now should then be fit for the game against Bolton. It's Leeds 2, Derby 0, 3-0. Oh, disallowed. Fuck you, Constantinou. 8 shots to 2. Not the most convincing display. You know, I like to hit double figures in terms of stats, but the most important thing is we've got the win. Wes Brown 8, happy with that. Ferdinand 8, happy. Kuehl 8, happy. Constantinou happy. A very good result. And we move to within 4 points. The goal difference is going to be very close. As you can see, Andy's had 10 goals hit less past him. I've scored 11 more goals. So it's going to be very, very close. The big test now is away to Bolton. Now, of course, away to Bolton knocked me out of the FA Cup, so that's another reason. Andy's at home to Charlton, and you'd certainly be fancying him for that. Let's just make... so Okoronkwo should return. Hoffland. Oh, bollocks. Yakubu. Just have a check. 95s, I'm happy. Beckham can't play. Beckham, Kuehl and Galletti. Okay. And did we give it to Mido? I think we're going to have to, haven't we? Mido will probably get the nod. And last but not least, Beckham is going to have to be rested for today's game. And Van der Vaart comes on. Now, Van der Vaart, he's left-footed, so what's Hersey? Yeah, they're very left-footed. Okay, I'm happy to take that sort of risk. Do want to take off Beckham off the bench though, and maybe put Kuehl there. Okay. Now this one I cannot bear to watch. I'm not even looking round. I can't look for this. I've got my back turned. Now if I turn round right in about 2 minutes and I've got a fucking screen of a red card or an injury, I'll be fucking seething. Do I dare look round yet? Do I dare look round? I've got a mirror there. Shall I turn around? Oh, come on, for fuck's sake. Oh, we scored. Mido after 32 minutes. Bolton 0. Leeds 1. Dominant first half on stats, 50% on target, but we need a second goal. We need a second goal, there's no doubt about that. Disciplined performance, everyone's on a 7 or above, but we need that second goal. On a game like this, I'll accept somebody getting me a 6. There you go. I'll accept a 6. Oh, fuck! I'll accept somebody getting me a 6 if I win. Okay, we're not making any changes because minutes to go. It's all over at the Reebok. Bolton 1, Leeds United 2. We scraped the win, and it is a scrape. Meanwhile, as expected, Liverpool 4, Charlton 0. The goals are there, they need the goals. Tottenham 0, Manchester United 3. Wow. Okay, another email, fucking hell. Okay, so Andy, we'll go till the Champions League conclusion. Little bit longer than what I planned, but we'll conclude the Champions League. I don't think we see the draw, do we, straight away? I'm pretty sure we don't. Wow, do you know what? I think first and foremost, I got the win that I needed. Still 4-0. I mean, with Ward being red carded for Charlton, it's an opportunity for Andy. I've just seen he was 4 up after 24 minutes. You know, he needs goals. It's all over. There we go. And that's the situation. 6 league games to go. And now we'll focus on a trip to Ipswich Town. This ain't going to be easy. We then go to Rennes, and then we will come back to Manchester United. So we'll save after the Champions League second leg. I'm just going to save after. Just messaged Andy just to confirm. I'm not sure if Andy's tuning into this. Mido is not going to be fit, is he? Good game. Take nothing away from his performance. Carlos, I never get that. Hersey got a 9. Jacques got an 8. Jacques got the man of the match. Wow. So, okay. All the internet. Yeah. Whatever. Okay, let's now focus on the lineup for the next game. I think Zori, even if Zori's fit, I'll play him. Oh, he is. Is he fit? Is he? No, he's not. 75%. He ain't playing. Okay, Okoronkwo and Hofland. Vogel's not fit. Now, truth be told, I'm actually considering playing Vogel purely because I can rest him in the next Champions League game. You know, that's a short along there. Beckham's going to return. What did Van der Vaart just get me? Got me a 7. Not good enough. So Mido would stay. Yeah, Mido will stay in. I think everything else can pretty much stay as is. Constantinu will come on the Galletti actually. Sorry, Galletti on the bench. No, Mido. Yeah, I can't take the risk on that. We can't take the risk on that. So Mido will come out. Galletti comes back. Vogel's a big risk, but I just feel, you know, I need my enforcer. That's the bottom line here. I'm done in 5.
Play.
It's 2-0. This is what we needed. Raul's got them both. It's because I want tea and stuff, so I don't know.
No, it's fine. Play till 2.
Right. Andy, are you on this stream, Andy? Andy says to keep playing till 2, but I know I'm going to be so. I don't know. We'll see how we go. Okay, Ipswich 0, Leeds United 2. Raul's got them both after 3 and 10 minutes. Dominant performance from Leeds. A long way to go. A long way to go. Right. Fine. Yeah, no, Andy, we'll go till about 1:45 then. We'll have another hour. Yeah, we'll have another hour if you're good for that. 1:30, 1:45. But after this game, can you bear with me 5 minutes? I just need to speak to my daughter. Fuck. I need to speak to my daughter about something. Fuck off. Fuck off. I don't like this blue text with 1-2-1. Jesus, man. I need to just have a word with my daughter about something. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Liverpool 2's the latest score. Well, this is getting absolutely crazy, isn't it? Yeah, no worries. I'll wait till your game's finished, press continue, and then bear with me 5 minutes, alright? I just need to speak to my daughter about something. She's on lunch from a placement or what have you. Man United win again. I think we're going to have to look at the running that we've both got. You know, Man United, I've got a feeling that one of us, if not both of us, are going to be playing Man United again. You know. Look at that, he's getting goals, isn't he? Ronaldinho's got 2 now, Rossini and Gerrard. 4-0 the final score. And there's the situation now. Let's look at their final 5 games in the league. Newcastle, Spurs, Birmingham, Everton and Leicester. And for us, I don't even want to see it. Man United next, Middlesbrough, Charlton, Chelsea, Sunderland. Fuck me. Guys, be right back, okay? Be right back. What's up, my G's? Right, okay, where are we? Vogel banned for 3 games. Yeah, of course he is. Okay, so let's just sort out our lineup now then. Chottis. Do you know what? I'm actually considering selling Chottis. I'm genuinely considering selling this shower of shit. It will help with money, won't it? It will help with money. So let's just see if Rangers can give us anything of interest. In addition, I do like Charlie Miller. But we wanted to re-sign him before, didn't we, Bonera? But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I might. Djordjic isn't actually a bad player. Djordjic. Nothing else really. Flow shit, yeah. We don't need a left back. Okay, is that John Dahl? Yes, it is. Okay, what was the other player that I saw? It was Djordjic, right? Okay, they're not the greatest players. I think they're just more squad players. We'll see what we can get then. We'll see what we can get, if we can extract a little bit of money from them. Okay, we've got the Champions League then, quarter-final, second leg, and this is an opportunity for us to now not play a complete second team, but I'm going to give Vulgaris a game. Chottis can go. I think that's the bottom line here. Zori, I don't think Zori's fit, is he? No, so it's going to be, I'm going to give it to Delaney. Delaney can play at left back. Yakubu at right back. Klopp and Ferdinand and Mendes. No, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a real punt here on something. Taking a real punt. I'm going to put Van der Vaart at left back. Now you're probably thinking, well, that's just fucking retarded. But truth be told, right, I wanna test something, and there is an element of this is not the game for fucking tests like that, and it's possibly not. It probably isn't. But fuck you. Okay, so the Champions League then, we won the first leg 3-0 very convincingly. If we lose this 4-0 or 3-0, we get knocked out on penalties, then I think I'd have no choice but to resign and admit defeat for making such a stupid fucking... It's one of those things, right? It's either going to be a disaster or it's going to work. You know, I think for it to be a disaster, I'd have to be trailing and I'd make a change. But I feel, you know, if we can get... I mean, look at that. 4 shots to 0 at the break. Nothing worth screaming about. I want to see something from Van der Vaart today. Yeah, yes, he's at left back. I think when we played him at left back before, we did have the arrow, though. We did have an arrow, so... Let's give him an arrow. You know?
You need to get some facts. I'll text you.
Okay. Let's give him an arrow, see what he's getting. It's Reims 0, Leeds 0, minutes to go. Oh, Kewell, I'm not even going to replace him. Fuck Kewell. It's finished 0-0. And yeah, that wasn't really a successful test, was it? Ferdinand 6, not good enough. Meanwhile, though, let's go to Andy. He's 2-1 up against Juventus, looking good, unless they get 2 goals. Which isn't unheard of. He was trailing 1-0 early on. Man United are through. Dortmund are through. Wow. Borussia Dortmund have knocked out Lazio on away goals, it would appear. Man United, so it looks like it's all over. So now the question is, who do we want in the semis? Man U, Liverpool or Dortmund? I think realistically, we'll both want Dortmund, won't we? You know, we both want Borussia Dortmund. We both want Dortmund. We've got Manchester United coming up in the league now in what's going to be an absolute monster game. Now Vogel is going to be suspended, isn't he? The 26th, 10 days. Is that first game back? Is that first? Yeah. So Vogel's suspended. So I'm actually going to bring in Yakubu because I know Yakubu can play there and he can play pretty decent in DM, and because I've got options at fullback, Zori. I've got a few options in Zori, as well as Ashley Cole. Hoffland and Okoronkwo will lead the back line. Yep, that makes sense. David Beckham will start. Hersey starts. Raul, who's going to partner Raul? Jacques leads for a line. Who partners Raul? It's a tricky one. It's a real tricky one. Okay, Q was out for a month. Leverkusen have come in for Chiotis, 6.75. Let's see what they can offer us as an exchange. I don't think they're going to be able to offer us too much, are they? See, I quite like him, but you can see how shit he's done. He's not done that great, has he? Yeah. Okay, let's see if we can extract £8 million then for Chiotis. If he goes to Germany, the deal won't go through till July. That's one thing. Okay, talking to Germany, Inter Milan 4, Bayern Munich 0. They've overturned it and they're through to the final, where they will meet Schalke, who have hammered their German opponents 4-1. Wow. What can we say? What can we say? Inter tip for glory. Oh, come on. Where's Brown? He did alright for me as well. He did do alright for me. Okay. Chiotis can go for £7 million. Now, with that in mind, I'm going to try and extract this up to 10 million. 7 million he can go for. Meanwhile, the Champions League draw. Go on, Andy. Do the honours, Andy. Do the honours. Draw it one at a time, Andy. I'll let you do it. We're all waiting for it. Very anxiously. Very paranoid that I'm going to end up. Mind you, who do I was going to say, I think there is a big extent of, it don't matter who you get, it's going to be a difficult game, isn't it? But let me remind you that Andy's going to be meeting Manchester United in the FA Cup final. He met them in the League Cup 4th round, I think it was, and he's now going to meet them in the Champions League over 2 legs for the semi-final. Okay, so just making sure we've still got to decide our team. Aymar's a contender. Van der Vaart's going to be on the bench. We know that. Vogel's going to be suspended. I know that when it gets to my game, Vogel's going to be suspended, so that's why I've not got him selected. Newcastle against Liverpool. Let's watch this game. I'm not even sure why I haven't got a game. I feel Newcastle, they're not really been a force. But it's Newcastle, isn't it? You still can't take it lightly. 4-4-2. Liverpool playing, yep, as expected. The very best of luck, Andy. I mean, it's funny, isn't it? I think me and Andy have discussed this before. You look at the text, like I'm looking at the text here, and it looks like Man City. It looks like Newcastle have been dominant. You know, they've had shots, but they've not had any shots. 1-0, Ronaldinho, 16 minutes into the game at St James's Park, and it's Newcastle 0, Liverpool 1. Liverpool can re-extend their lead back to 7 points, albeit with what will be an extra game. They won't give a shit. You know, they will not give 2 fucks. If they can get their gap, it's 2-0, Rossini! Goal number 26 for the season, 24 for Ronaldinho, 50 between the pair. And they've really come good, haven't they? They've really come good. Okay, still in line for the the treble. The FA Cup, the League and the Champions League. It's Newcastle 0, Liverpool 2. Newcastle have not had a shot at goal. And credit where it's due to what is a resilient Liverpool back line. Biscan, Naismith, Rustico and Terry, with Prutton and Gerrard as well. I'm not sure who it is he's got playing in DMC actually. It's either going to be Prutton or Iker Biscan. It is Prutton. Yeah. Okay, and Robert, Kieran Dyer. I know we spoke about Dyer. Ronaldinho, I think it's almost like very defensive-minded setup, and it's really worked wonders for the lineup for his tactic. I think he'll relax now. 10 minutes to go at St James's Park. It's Newcastle 0, Liverpool 2. For us, well, we've got Man United coming up, haven't we? We've got Man United, and there's no denying, from Andy's point of view, he will want Man United to win. You know, I think what it is we don't like to say it outright, because I guess it's almost like a bit of a disrespectful sort of concept, but you know, it makes sense. It totally. You right? It totally makes sense.
We know.
I saw it yesterday. Okay, so it's a massive game before the. We might get to. Toss pot. Anyway, going back to disrespecting. So we might actually be able to conclude the Champions League, Andy. I think if we benchmark that to concluding the Champions League, first and second leg, I've still got to make a decision who's going to play up top, not up top. Aymar, I'm toying with Aymar. Chiotis has agreed terms. He can leave, yep, and he can go to the Rezzies as well. There you go. So Chiotis is leaving. Our money is secure. That's because income, yeah, there you go. 6 million has come in on gate receipts. So that's why. Okay. I think what I will do is I do want to pick myself up a goalkeeper, like a real dirt cheap goalkeeper or something crap. Okay, what we got going on? What now? Summer exams. Okay. I need to read this, guys. Now what? For fuck's sake. Okay. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Everton's Paul Hogg. Who's Paul Hogg? 450. Why is he going for 450? I quite like him, actually. Do you know what? If I can get him for 400 grand, 450. Let's put it in. Okay. Yeah. Just not looking forward to this Man United game. Not looking forward to it whatsoever. I'm actually half tempted to play their own formation. I'm not sure if that would be the best thing to do. You know, what do we think? What do we think? What do we think? I mean, some of that tactic, although it's a default or a PCT tactic, some of it is whip-wobbed. So it's very difficult to really clone it unless I'm going to whip-wob, and I'm not doing that. So with that in mind, indicates that I might just keep it as is. Okay.
Right.
I don't think we'll make any changes.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to try the
Right. Okay, so we'll look to get in that Paul Hogg. He's only a youngster. You never know. Medina's going, yeah, whatever. And now we're playing Manchester United. Aymar's going to get the nod. Hang on a minute. No. Aymar's going to get the nod then. I think we're going to give it to Aymar. Maybe even Van der Vaart, actually. Do you know what? He's out of position. No, I can't take the risk. I thought about it. Okay. Here we go then. Yakubu starts in DMC. I mean, I could play De Silva, but I think Yakubu's going to be a stronger player. Oh, no, maybe not. We've got to make changes here then. Oh, okay, it's an easy enough change. There we go. Raul takes the armband. And I'm going to go in there. Right, I'm going to go in there. I'm going to come back in a bit. Okay, that's how it's going to be. Go.
Maddie? I'll text her afterwards. When did you tell
Right. Oh, we're winning 1-0, are we? I actually thought I was away from home, and I was about to say, oh, fucking shock. literally was about to say fucking shock. Okay, I'm going to kick off the second half, and I need to put something in the bin. Go. Right, I better be winning. 60 on the clock. Leeds 1, Manchester United 0. Okay, I always refer it as quite disciplined when you see it like this. We've got to take Beckham's off. I think the yellow card, the slight low percentage. I'm speechless. For once in my life, I'm speechless as we get to the final 7 minutes of the game at Elland Road. Okoronkwo's goal after 9 minutes separates the two. 4 minutes of stoppage time. It's all over. A massive result. To Andy's disgust, it finishes Leeds 1, Manchester United 0. Deserved victory, I think it's fair to say. Liverpool 2, Tottenham 1. That's a big result for Liverpool. Squeaky bum time when Paulo One-Chop scored. But we have the Champions League now to look forward to. Borussia Dortmund come to Elland Road. Vogel is available. Now, what did Yakubu get? He got a 7. Vogel's going to be available for this. And with that in mind, we need to obviously make various changes over here. What did Cole get me? What did actually Cole get me in that game? He got me a 7, so he don't deserve to start anyway. So Cole can start on the bench. Who's that? That's in it. Oh, right, okay. So Galletti and Samba. Okay. No. It's Constantinu. Okay, Hersey, you should be fit in time. You should be. Okay. It's gonna be. When's that next league? That next league game for me against. Is that sandwiched in between the Champions League? I think it is, isn't it? Let's have a look. Right. Okay. It is the home straight. I'll tell you what though, right? If we meet in the Champions League final, me and Andy, I do stress if, he'll want to try and soak a title with a game to spare so he can afford to play a second string. Oh, Hogs agreed. We shall see. We shall see. Right, okay. Okay. Oh my god. I think we've both had our fair share of motherfucking sessions and stuff. I mean, there was one session we had the other day, and Andy said, he goes, "Got to be honest with you, it was a near perfect session." And you know, we get that. We get that. Okay, so what did Amar get me in that last game? He got me a 7. Ugh. Beckham assisted the goal. We'll keep Amar in. We'll keep Amar in. It's Leeds against Dortmund, the Champions League semi-final first leg. 1-0. The 50th goal of the... Is that 50th goal of the season? Oh, maybe his 50th goal for me. Yeah. 50th... Yeah. Oh, come on. Penalty appeals. Leeds 1, Dortmund 0. Jacques' goal after 6 minutes. Need that second goal. You know what, right? I need to be taken in. Realistically, I'd like to take a 3-0 lead into the second leg. Realistically, but you know what? Well, first things first, I just need to win the game. We are 1-up. Jacques has gone after 6 minutes. We've dominated the first half, but Amar's on 85. Yeah, Amar's got to come off. Mido is on. Leeds 1, Dortmund 0. Need that second goal. Okay, look, we're desperate for that second goal. Okay, you know, we don't need it. We're desperate for it. If they equalise, they've got an away goal, and we're in a really bad position going into the second leg in Germany. And you know, they've not even had a shot at goal here. This is so frustrating, isn't it? Right, let's go make a change. Vogel's on 81. I'm going to keep Vogel on though. Raul's going to come off, and I'm going to bring on, this is a real risk, I'm going to bring on Van der Vaart in a more attacking role. You know, I've been looking at his actions very carefully. Oh my God. Sometimes you've got to make big calls. It's all over. Well, we've won 1-0. You know what? That could bite us in the arse. It really could. But the most important thing is we won. We didn't concede. And we've got an edge. It's Man United 1, Liverpool 0 in the other semi-final. Diego Tristan's gone after 38 minutes. The thing about winning the first leg 1-0, or 2-0, the thing about winning the first leg 1-0 when you're at home is in the second leg, if you can get a quick goal straight away, then your opponents need 3 goals. But wow, Man United 2, Liverpool 0. Well. What can you say about that? Van Nistelrooy again. It's 3-0. What a battering! Fuck me. He's got some work to do, hasn't he? He's got some work to do. Wow. I mean, if he can get a late goal, he'll have a chance if he can get a late goal, because it'll be an away goal. 2-0 win. No, not to be. 3-0 the final score. I don't think he's got no complaints, has he? He's got no complaints at all. So we go into the second legs then of those. Now let's go back to the league. We go to Charlton. We go back to Charlton. 3 league games to go for Andy. 4 for me. Vogel's out. So Yakubu will return. What did Yakubu get me? Got me an 8. Nah, fuck it. We're going to give it to Van der Vaart. I just feel there's something for Van der Vaart. You know, there's something that he can do. I'm sure he can perform. Aymar, do you know what? We've given Aymar enough games. We're giving Aymar games, and it's just not working, is it? So we're going to give it to Mido this time. We're going to give it to Mido. One of the youngsters from the Rezzies. No, we're not going to touch him, are we? Anything over here? They're all fucking players that we bought. Fact, let me just check my... Did I buy a goalkeeper? Oh, I did. Sullivan. Okay. 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 A Merseyside derby for Liverpool. And I think we're going to go as is. Beckham will start. Yakubu will start. Yakubu I'm going to rest, actually. I think I'm in a position to actually rest Yakubu. So Ashley Cole is the obvious man that can come in there. Beckham, I'm going to keep Beckham because I just think he's so important, Beckham. He's so important to me. I almost can't bear to watch any games. I really can't. I cannot bear it. Okay, into the next game then. It's Charlton against Leeds, and there's a former man here, Stephen McPhail. Remember that bad boy? Had a couple of good games for me in season 1, or 10 to be precise. But first things first, we need to score. That's the first thing. Remember, by 20 minutes, I want to be 1-up. Can't hold the ball. We should have capitalised on that. He couldn't hold the ball. Follow up, 2-1-0. Roll after 15 minutes. When you see things like that, can't hold the ball, follow up, rebound, you know, it's almost like, I don't know, 70-30 in favour that it'll be a goal. And I feel that maybe penalties are something like 80-20 that they're going to go in. It's Charlton 0, Leeds 1 in a dominant first half. But again, we're in that position where we need that second goal. We need to put this game to bed. I'm going to take Beckham off, 87%. I think it's a bit of a risk. And we're going to bring Amar into the middle of the park. Another penalty. Another 3 penalty appeals. Come on. Come on, man. 60 on the clock. Charlton 0, Leeds 1 is still the score. 12 shots to 0 in favour of us. We just need that second goal. I'm desperate for that second goal. And to try and put some distance between us. And there it is. Jacques. I had to make sure it wasn't disallowed. Jacques has scored. I don't sound too happy, do I? It's Charlton 0, Leeds United 2. And 3 more points. Yeah, very happy indeed. Comfortable in the end. Meanwhile, let's go to the latest score. Liverpool are 2 up at Everton. To their delight. Man United 0, Sunderland 1. You've got to laugh. You've got to laugh. But it looks like inevitably they'll finish 3rd. Liverpool 3-0 up at Everton now. United then, if they get to the Champions League final and win it, and finished 3rd, they won't have to play qualifying. Okay, it's all over then, and we go down to the final 2 games of the season for Andy, who is currently 7 points clear. But with us, we have a game in hand, of course, and that game in hand is going to be when Andy plays the FA Cup, isn't it? Yeah. So we'll get to the FA Cup, obviously. And should we get to the FA Cup, Andy? Andy, should we play the FA Cup? Are you happy to? Because I'll play my league game. And technically, if I lose that league game, then you can claim the double in 1 click. Let me know your views, Andy. So Zori got me a 9. Cole got me. What did Cole get me? Cole got me a 7. Not fucking good enough. Zori is a natural right back, to be fair. I'm going to bring Ashley Cole as a bench boy. Okay. So what did Van der Vaart? Van der Vaart got me a 9. Can you believe Van der Vaart got me a 9 there in defensive midfield? Now Vogel is available for this next game. Vogel is available, but I have to really make the call now. Does Vogel play? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh man. So we will get to the Saturday. I'll keep prolonging it, don't I? We'll get to the end. We'll get to next Saturday, and of course next Saturday we're going to have the FA Cup final and the all-important league game in hand for me. Andy's up against his arch rivals, Manchester United. But first things first, he's got. Do you know what? Right, thinking about it, ain't that typical? Let's just go to Andy's fixtures. And I've said this time and time again about how this is typical, but basically, he's got back-to-back games against Manchester United. I mean, look at that, 3 and 4. I mean, I don't know. It's almost like it's fucking whatever. I'm just a fucking whinge. Okay, what do we do? Does Vogel start? Yes or no? Oh, don't know. I just don't know what to do.
I'll see you at 5 o'clock.
See you later. Here we go to the Champions League. Okay. I'm going to go with Van der Vaart. I just feel maybe. There we go. There we go. We're all sorted. We just need a quick away goal. If we can get a quick away goal. Oh, for fuck's sake. A quick away goal, we get a quick fucking injury to our captain, of all people. So Galetti's off. Galetti's on for the injured Raul. Oh, we lead! Jacques! 10 minutes into the game. Dortmund 0. And we've... Oh, Pilsner penalty. Dortmund 0, Leeds 1. We've got a foot in the Champions League final. 1 foot in the Champions League final. Oh no, maybe not. It's Dortmund 1, Leeds 1. And we're back in front. Latest score at Anfield, Liverpool 0, Manchester United 0. Nesta has gone off injured. Nesta, of course, is leaving for Milan. Do you know what? I actually missed that. I knew they were selling Leicester. I thought they'd sold him. I didn't realise it was the end of the season. Oh my God, this is crazy, isn't it? This is crazy. Dortmund 1, Leeds 2, and he's leading 1-0 through Sol Campbell. Is he out of contract still, Gary? And he is. Okay, it's not over yet for Andy. He can still do it. I'm not liking the look of 8% on that fucking injury. Okay, it's 3-1. Right, I'll be back in a minute, Andy. I'm going to come back to this in a minute. Hang on. Only because I might actually be able to finish the season, but I can easily more. Right. I can't grumble with that. 4-1 in Germany. Got to be happy with that. But more importantly, let's see. Oh, wow! Wow, what the fuck? Andy's eliminated on away goals. I'm sure he is. Oh, man, that is brutal. Absolutely brutal. He's thrashed Manchester United 4-1. But he is eliminated. Okay, well it is what it is, isn't it? Raul's out for 3 weeks, brilliant. Harry Kewell's still not back. Mido will probably go to the left. I'll probably bring Amar back in now. Okay, Andy, I was going to make a suggestion to you. What are we at? We're at 1:15. We could probably, if you're happy, I'm trying to finish a pot noodle as I'm doing this. We could maybe finish the season. Do you think? Are you happy with that? I know I've been prolonging it, and we're still going 2 hours and 9 minutes later. Let me know your views, Andy. If you'd rather not, it's fine. But let me know. Right, cool, good stuff. So I'm going to keep coming away from the mic to eat my pot noodle, because the last thing you guys want to hear is slurping away. I can't believe what just happened there, Andy. I really can't. Good luck in the FA Cup final, Andy. Get your revenge, for fuck's sake. But more importantly, Andy, you've made it into a 7th successive final. You're now looking for 5 on the bounce. Van der Vaart got me an 8 in that game, so Vogel's not available. Well, Vogel is suspended anyway. Yeah. We've got a few injuries here and there, haven't we? I'm not. Yeah, go on. I'm gonna go and play my game as I walk away. I'm gonna go and eat my thing as I walk away. Better be winning. Ah, fuck you. I mean, if we draw, we'll go to 6 points of Andy with 6 points left. So it's gonna be still. Look at that. We don't deserve to be fucking leading. I don't know what I'm fucking whinging about. Look at Hersey, for fuck's sake. Okay, so Robbie Keane. Let's see what Robbie Keane can do. Let's start it. We'll come back in a minute. I better be. Oh man, come on. Okay. Hersey's in big shit now. He's going to get a fucking warning, but let's go and have a look at Andy in the FA Cup final. Oh, bloody hell. Fletcher, 45 minutes. Manchester United 1, Liverpool 0. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Oh, JT has equalised. Excuse me. 61, they're back in front. Nicky Butt. Manchester United 2, Liverpool 1 in the FA Cup final. Well, it's virtually the end now of the season for Leeds. Hang on a minute. That's bizarre, isn't it? Right, so if we look at a live league table, why is it telling me Liverpool have played 37 when they clearly haven't? Morientes, I forgot they brought Morientes. And Man United are 3-1 up in the FA Cup final. So United are going to have done, well, do you know what? They've won the League Cup, the FA Cup, and they're in the Champions League final. What a fucking season for United. For Liverpool, at one point, what looked like the treble has just vanished. But they're, you know, first and foremost, for me, and I'm assuming for Andy, it's always about the league, and he's on the brink there. It's all over at Wembley. Manchester United 3, Liverpool 1. United are the cup winners. The 4 in a row ends for Liverpool, but it's 7 successive finals. Absolutely crazy. As far as the league's concerned, well, pending a fucking meltdown from Liverpool. Let's have a look at the stats on that. Fuck me. Absolute crazy. So there's our situation then. Let's be honest, right? If Andy were to lose his last 2 league games and I were to win mine, I'd win the title on goal difference, I think, inevitably, wouldn't I? But, you know what? Who knows what's going to happen here. So home to Middlesbrough in the last game of the season. Last game, what am I talking about? In the penultimate game of the season, whilst Andy has Birmingham City at home, where a draw will clinch the title. A draw will clinch the title for him. Meanwhile, we need to now work out what we're going to do. I'm just going to chuck Panjovic out there a minute. I mean, I don't know what happened in that last game. Really don't. Hersey, you're going to get a warning. And you better accept it as well. Yeah, you're fucking damn right. You're absolutely damn right. I think I might give Constantinu a little bit of game time. Might even offload one of my strikers there. Look at it. Vulgaris is going to possibly come in. Costanza hasn't really done anything wrong this season. I mean, these two have battled really well for who's going to start in goal. But, well, we won't give up yet. We're not out of it yet. It's not the end yet. We haven't lost it yet. So, fingers crossed. What was Van der Vaart? Van der Vaart got me an 8. Again, Van der Vaart had a great game, but do you know what? Right. I don't know, it's a tricky one, isn't it? I'm going to bring Mendes in. I'm going to bring Van der Vaart in at left back. Okay. It's a little bit lopsided. There's no denying that. It is a little bit lopsided. I'm going to give Aymar... Well, how many games do I give Aymar? I mean, you know what? I'm not sure. I'm not sure 100% about what we're going to do here. Raul's out injured. Do you know what? Fuck that. Fuck the Van der Vaart test. Van der Vaart, I need him to play... Well, I need him to play where he can play. Oh, brilliant! Fucking brilliant! Absolutely fucking wank biscuit toss pot! Right, well that thing can stay down there now, can't it? Just gonna have that like that. Just, I know you're thinking, what's the point of that? The point of it for me is I'm very heavy left-footed on most of my players. So, yeah, so that's that. Right, Rousseff and Robbie Keane will play behind the out and out in Constantinu. Right back will be Wes Brown. Right, okay. Delaney, right, we've got a complete weakened team here. It's not weak team as in, it's not a shit show, but you know what? Let's just straight to it. It's Leeds. I mean, we should have taken our chances. There was plenty of opportunities against Chelsea. Oh, for fuck's sake! Injury prone 5 and he goes off. Oh man, let's just speed this fucker up. It will just piss me off. Aymar 1-0, 2-0. Robbie Keane 3-0, Rio Ferdinand. Okay, Van der Vaart's on 85. I'm gonna. Okay, Van der Vaart's off. Rousseff moves deeper. Mido moves forward. Leeds 3, Middlesbrough 0. But let's go and see if we can take a look. They're leading Birmingham by a goal to 0. The title, they can just see it. It's 4-0 meanwhile at Elland Road. 4-1, Hendry. Who is it? Constantinu got the 4 for Leeds. Liverpool can see the title. They can smell it. They can smell it like the little Bisto kid they could back in the 80s. Do you remember? Leeds 4, Middlesbrough 1 though the score here. And again, you know, 5-1. A second for Constantinu. Aymar did very, very well. And it's all over. Now, unless Birmingham score 2 late goals, Leeds have won 5-1. I can't grumble with our performance, to be honest with you. But Liverpool, they're leading Birmingham City by a goal to 0. Kieran Dyer's goal. Winsness red carded for Birmingham. Man United 2, Derby 0. I don't want to say Man United's name near Andy because I think he might see red range. Which Forbes that? No way. The Tony Forbes. Fuck me. Yeah, we're still yeah, we're still going. We're going to conclude the season as long as we can get it done in the next 15 minutes, which we should, because I've got to go out. We kept prolonging it. Congratulations, Andy. Andy is the champions. But it was a brave attempt from ourselves. It was a brave attempt, but so you can catch up, Rice. Andy, right? The Champions League, he lost on away goals to Man United. He lost the first leg 3-0, won the second leg 4-0, and he just lost the FA Cup final to Man United. I, of course, lost the League Cup to Man United, and I've got them in the Champions League. Fuck you, Rice. You don't need to congratulate me. I've won fuck all. I've not won anything to warrant congratulations. But when I beat Man United, I do want you to clean my shoes. So we've got Man United, the fucking scumbags. And I feel maybe, Klopp was shit again. Well, I don't know, who didn't do that great? Wes Brown got injured. How long was he out for? 3 weeks, of course, yeah. So he'll miss the last league game and, well, he's not in the Champions League final anyway, is he? Robbie Keane's probably going to stay in. Rusev did very well. Might just stick the same lineup here. Amar's not fit. If Amar's not fit, I'm going to bring Rusev there. Rusev, and then I'll play Mido. Constantinu will lead the front line. Delaney at left back. We need to obviously get ourselves a new right back or somebody in for right. I think there's a good gap between the last league game and oh no, maybe there's not. Actually, I've got that wrong. I think it's about 3 days. So it's not a good gap at all, is it? Yeah, it's 3 fucking days. Of course, it's 3 fucking days. Push. No. I'll tell you what I'll do, right? I'll do that for this game. I'll do that for this game only, because this is irrelevant, so to speak. Now, just now, he got me an 8. They all did really well in that. I mean, I just played a second string, and they did really well for me. And Amar did well as well, but Amar's not going to be fit, is he? It don't look like Amar's going to be fit in time for Sunday's game. So, who's this? Alright, this Gavin Dixon. Do you know what, right? This Gavin Dixon, right? I'll tell you what we're going to do for you, Gavin. I'll tell you what we're going to do. I might just oh, fuck. No, I'm not playing him at all. 78%. Fuck that. Who have we got then that can play? We've got no one, have we? We've got fucking no one. Have we got anyone in the resis? No, we've got no one. We need somebody to play. Oh, we need someone for right back as well, don't we? Shit. Okay. Okoronkwo can take it. Zori at right back. We know that. I'll tell you what I'll do then. I know what I'll do. Amar's going to have to come out now then, so Beckham's going to come in. Okay, that's going to be our lineup. Because when we get to the Champions League final, Beckham's going to be the only man. I've got to keep an eye on Beckham in this game. Beckham, I need him to stay, relatively decently fit. So we've got one league game and the Champions League. We're going to save after the Champions League final, guys. The perfect way to end the stream. It's going to take us to about 2.5 hours. Andy is taking on Leicester City. Leicester City have had a very good season, in fairness. Here we go. Vulgaris starts in goal. Sunderland against Leeds. Let me remind you, these motherfuckers beat us last season at Stadium of Light. And we've had a disallowed goal and a goal from the Cypriot striker Constantinu. Sunderland 0, Leeds United 1. Well, obviously I still want. I'm looking at my performance here because I need to make the call really about this extra arrow that we've randomly placed. I know a lot of our players are left-footed, and because they're left-footed, I want some extra support on the left side. So I don't know. Right, let's just keep an eye on Beckham for a minute. Might have to take him off actually. In fact, we will take Beckham off. We're going to bring Mido on. I'm going to leave Mido where he is. Delaney, you can stay as is. What is Van der Vaart's on an 8 at the minute. I'm not liking 1-0 though with 10 minutes to go. I'm not liking that whatsoever. Did I just see Robert fucking Earnshaw? Minutes to go. Sunderland 0, Leeds United 1. 2-0! Oh, what the fuck happened there? Oh, there you go. So Mendes stepped up to take a spot kick. He nestled the ball into the back of the net, but the referee ordered a retake. Then he scored it. Okay, so we've won 2-0. An 8 for Van der Vaart. A good performance all round, to be honest with you. Meanwhile, the champions, Liverpool 2, Leicester City 1. Title celebrations have started, but now comes the big one. Is who plays? Who plays where? Because Jacques has surely got to play. Beckham will definitely play. Costanzo definitely going to play. Vulgaris will definitely play. Zori and Yakubu will definitely play. Hofland and Okoronkwo. Right, there's our substitutes. Easy enough. Who's going to play in DM7? Hersey's possibly... Oh, man. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do here. Rice, there's a lot right on in this for you. Because I'm going to go with Van der Vaart. I'm going to have to go with Van der Vaart and Moido as a forward line. I think I've got no fucking choice to, have I? Delaney. We've got players injured galore. Hang on, is he fit? He's going to be fit, so he'll make the bench. That's going to be the lineup then. Sorry. Firstly, Samba's not playing. I've gone with the Van der Vaart. Secondly, you wrote Sambo, and I remember years ago I was doing a stream, I was doing a Facebook stream, and I was talking about Cherno Samba, and I said Sambo. Now I don't know if you know what Sambo means. It's a derogatory racist term. So I'm going to pretend that you said it on purpose to make me laugh. No, I'm only joking. That's fucking hilarious. Samba is not playing. Fuck you. Jacques is playing up top. You're asking me... do you know what? I like looking. You're asking me to choose between what Gary said and what you're saying. Gary wins. Jacques has done really well for me. I think, to be fair, Jacques would have done equally as good. He was on 29 when I moved him up top. I love it. Jacques had scored 29 when I was playing him in the behind in the number 10. He's on 41. And he's done great. He's done absolutely great. And I think with that in mind, right, I'd be happy to try and get a sale on Constantinu. You know, like a sale on any of these strikers. Ideally Constantinu, because I could probably make a bit more money on him. Okay, looks like everyone's going to be fit then. So Vogel's coming in, Van der Vaart. It's a big risk with Van der Vaart there. It really is. Van der Vaart, a midfielder. We will save shortly after this Champions League final. I'd like to say shortly after I kick their asses, but I'm not confident by no means. Our money then, we're well up to date with the money. The finances have all boosted. Yeah, 11 million last month. Yeah, that's all good. A reminder, we've got a few players coming and going. Pančević and Chotis are both leaving when the window opens. That'll bring us 12 million. I'll look to get a player in the in the June window. Paul Hogg's on his way. Okay, so I can't watch it. I can't watch it. Cheer me on, please. Just say, Rice, look, say to me, I hope you beat these bastards. I hope you beat these scumbags. I hope you beat these, because I don't like Man United. You know, that's what I want to hear you say. It's a time right now that I wish that fucking Skyfalls _channel guy was knocking about. Okay, it's a Champions League final then. This is Vogel. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure that Vogel should be taking the armband. For someone that's picked up 17 yellow cards, do you know what? Fuck it. Okay, here we go then. It's Leeds against Manchester United, the Champions League final. And we lead early on through Jacques after 6 minutes. 6 minutes gone. 2-0. It's David Beckham. Leeds 2, Manchester United 0. Well, this game is far from over. Here at Park End Copenhagen, and Nistelrooy. It's 2-1. United are back in it. How they scraped into this final is beyond me. Zori's on a bit of a knock. 88%. I'm not going to take the risk of Zori. And Zori's off. And the obvious substitute is going to be Ashley Cole, who can bomb down that left wing. Oh my God! Do you see what I mean about needing that 2-goal cushion? You've got a real squeaky arse time when they've scored especially what's just happened in that game against Liverpool, is just absolutely outrageous. I'd like to think Andy's cheering me on here. Minutes to go in the Champions League final. One last throw of dice, either end of the field. It's all over. Leeds 2, Manchester United 1. Undeserved, it's probably fair to say, albeit we had more on target. But I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit. We did not perform to our best. Van der Vaart wasn't good enough. For me, that just wasn't enough, really. And we make it 3 in a row, and we make it 4 Champions Leagues. 4 Champions Leagues with 3 seasons to go. It goes 4-0 with the Champions League. It's 2-1 to Andy on the League Cup. It's 4-1 to Andy on the FA Cup. And the leagues is now 4-3 to me. What a fucking end to the season this has been. Absolutely insane, it's fair to say. Let's just get some saves in. Biggest gamble of your life, testing my judgment with it. Yeah, to be honest with you, Rice, the reason I took that gamble was because A, he got an 8 in the previous game when we did it, and B, was it an 8? Yeah, and B, I didn't really have many choices. I had players, not fit, injured. Raul was out, Galletti was out, Robbie Keane was ineligible. So, I didn't really have many options. I had very few options, so I just had to go for it, really. Mido was piss poor. Hersey was piss poor. And in terms of this season, I can't grumble at the overall of Jacques, who's been absolutely brilliant. I don't know. We'll see what we're going to do next season. Now, let's just talk about Andy for a minute. Andy, I think Andy will feel like his season's fallen apart. He's won the league, and whilst I'm sure he agrees the league has to be first and foremost, it's paramount, he'll feel that, the Champions League exit was just absolutely horrendous. The FA Cup final, yeah, he's got Frey. He's quite squad rotating his goalkeepers. Yeah, he just doesn't. He don't do it. I mean, he's got a great conceded record. He's played a big part this season. But I know he's had his issues with him. But yeah, to be fair, I think Andy, generally he was on for the treble. So he ends up with the winning the league. Man, you end up with a domestic double, cup double, and I end up with the Champions League, which essentially saves my season again. And that's it. That is it. So that's it. 2.5 hours later. Big thank you to all you guys. Big thanks to Andy for playing and to taking time out of his day. Big thanks to you, Rice. Big thanks to what was his name? Fucknut, who I'm gonna check on afterwards. Till next time from me, guys. Take it easy.